Hello, my Supreme subscribers. It's I Supreme G here, back again with another reaction video for all of y'all. This one is called Mortal Kombat 1 Evasions All Cutscenes Season 1 8. Now, I may have played Mortal Kombat before and stuff because I haven't recorded Mortal Kombat yet and stuff, so, well, it's been a while since I played Mortal Kombat and stuff. Well, I haven't recorded Mortal Kombat yet, so the gameplay yet. So let's get on the reaction, shall we? Here we go. Specialist.
The Scorpion invading our timeline also lost his wife and son to Quan Chi's murderous machinations. Consumed by grief, he searched them all to find another Harumi with whom he could rebuild his family. But in timeline after timeline, he arrived too late. Harumi was already dead. When Scorpion reached ours, he was crushed to find that, though alive, Harumi was wedded to Kuai Liang. Thwarted yet again, Scorpion's frustration exploded into rage. He has vowed to burn this entire timeline. If he cannot have Harumi, no one will.
Man, that's kind of blows. Like, all that for Harumi and stuff. I kind of feel bad for the other Scorpion and stuff. Like, talk about this Scorpion. Like, remember when the other Sub-Zero had killed Harumi and stuff, and his family and his clan and stuff? That was from Mortal Kombat 9 and stuff, when Sub-Zero had killed Harumi in Mortal Kombat 9 and stuff. That's how he had killed his brother Bihan and stuff.
Died his family, his clan, and now his vengeance. Scorpion blazes with demonic fury. He will inflict it on all of his tormentors.
Wow.
Even though defeated, Scorpion remained consumed by rage. He was a clear and present danger to all timelines. But I knew that it would take compassion, not combat, to calm his fury. Using the hourglass, I found a timeline that Scorpion could not. One which had an unattached Harumi. This Harumi is unlike any other. Having lost her Hanzo to that timeline's Quan Chi, it is she who has become Scorpion. Bonding over their shared grief, Hanzo and Harumi join forces to defeat evil.
So the other Harumi from in an hourglass and stuff came the other Scorpion and stuff, where he had killed his husband Hanzo and stuff. And now he's seeking revenge on Quan Chi too. That kind of makes sense now. So it makes difference between the other Scorpion and different Scorpions. Since I like who wants revenge on Quan Chi and stuff. That's my option and stuff.
In her time, it is not just Quan Chi who should fear these Scorpions' stings.
Yeah, you should. Alright. War move.
The Natara who now vexes us is
Yeah,
from one of the few timelines where Vaternians. When they discovered other timelines and the failure of Vaternians within them.
Remember that one, big bro? When I had bought that skin and stuff before, when I had beat the bloodthirsty Natara and stuff, and the bleeding Natara and stuff, and that's how I unlocked all the skins and stuff. That's all I did and stuff. So it makes difference.
Them to flourish. This Natara's Vaternians mobilized for war. They plan to liberate every timeline's vampires and set them on a path.
One more second. Homies, like, I'm not actually scared of fraternities and stuff. I know they're not real or nothing, but I'm just scared of them. That's why. Y'all didn't know I was scared of fraternities and stuff because they eat people, they suck people dry and stuff, and then they eat blood and stuff. That's why I'm afraid of them and stuff. Like, I used to have a nightmare about that one as well too.
To conquest. If they are not vanquished, they will enslave all beings to Eternis.
Eternis.
The Eternians from this other timeline make ours look almost incompetent.
Yeah.
They fight harder, smarter, and with
Mario
unbelievable
Van Helsing.
There's you, Tara, and her ilk.
That's a Van Helsing
Test
stuff right
your
there.
might.
Yeah.
Though they claim to be superior beings, Natara and her timeline's Eternians proved anything but. They foolishly underestimated the tenacity and skill of this timeline's warriors.
That's a Van Helsing stuff right
And
there.
while we have lost many, they are sadly not this war's greatest victims. Those are the ones who were enslaved by a
Yeah.
pestiferous Eternian bite.
Wow.
Who, unless aided, will be
His
condemned
years.
to languish in an excruciating
Okay.
eternal twilight. Help them. I travel to a timeline where Eternians work for good, not ill. They graciously share their unique expertise, undoing the dark magic that had befallen my champions.
Yep.
Now, their souls and their lives have been restored. Their safe return is indeed a blessing.
Yep. Pretty much. That's pretty much correct. Alright.
Sub-Zero who attacks us,
Yeah,
which is
Sub-Zero.
nothing less than to transform our timeline
That's what's coming
into
up
a
the next
frozen
time that
hell.
Seaside play this stuff.
Since arriving in our timeline with his legion of cryomancers,
That's what I got
Sub-Zero
next
has
time
been
the front of the
unwearied
series.
in his pursuit of conquest. The monstrousness of this Sub-Zero's plans are without equal in history. He takes no prisoners, spares no lives, bent as he is on erasing from existence anyone from any reality who does not share his Lin Kuei blood.
Ouch.
It will take champions like you to turn back Sub-Zero's frigid onslaught. May your
Correct.
combat save all timelines from obliteration.
That's pretty much correct.
Despite your victories against his minions, Sub-Zero's icy resolve has not been melted. Perhaps defeating him will shatter it.
Wow.
Even in defeat, this dark Sub-Zero proved most intransigent. Given a chance to surrender, he refused to concede, forcing my allies to finish him.
Yep.
Robbed of their Grandmaster's cunning and tactical genius, Sub-Zero's cryomancers quickly fell to pieces. The rout that followed was utterly
Ouch.
complete.
Yep.
It will take decades to repair this Cold War's devastation. But as the ice thaws and a new spring begins, I find myself hopeful. Once again, my champions have risen to this timeline's defense. And once again, they have emerged victorious.
That kind of makes sense, guy. Uh-oh.
There once was a Shang Tsung even more ambitious than ours.
Melina.
Having created a Melina hybrid, he decided that she wasn't quite perfect. She needed more intelligence. His intelligence. So he created a new Melina, one with Katana's grace, Tarkatan ferociousness, and the sorcerer's boundless intellect.
Wow.
In the end, she proved his undoing.
Ouch.
This new Melina killed the creator.
Ouch.
Made his flesh pit the hybrid factory, which she
Did not see that
uses to
coming.
construct multitudes exactly like her. Now an army of Ultra Melinas has invaded this timeline. If it is
Oh.
not stopped, we are doomed.
Yep.
Great genius and wanton cruelty are two attributes one hopes not to find in the same being. Unfortunately, Melina has both. If she is not destroyed, she will turn this timeline into her personal hunting ground. And the suffering of its inhabitants will be exquisite.
So wait a minute. So Shang Tsung had created another Tarkatan with a tone that looks like well, not actually Melina, but another Tarkatan looks like hybrid and stuff. Like try to use to create to kill. How can I put this like this? Like it'd be like when Melina has Tarkatan sometimes and stuff when turn the hybrid into a huntress timeline sometimes. So it kind of makes sense now. I kind of get the difference between like Shang Tsung's experiments and stuff too. That kind of like brutals me a little bit and stuff. So, yep, that's how Belita became corrupted. Well, not actually corrupted from Outworld, but from created from Shang Tsung and stuff.
A bloody, costly battle, the hybrid army was smashed. Its remnants quickly retreated to its timeline orbit. Though the battle was won, the war was not over. The fleeing hybrids were pursued back to their flesh pits. Trapped there, they were obliterated. But even that victory was not total. Some escaped, and they are determined to reconstitute their numbers. Now a squadron travels from timeline to timeline, seeking out these final pockets of resistance. It must find and destroy all of the remaining hybrids. For if even one of these Melinas survives, the realms remain in peril.
Yep.
When this dark Raiden learned of other timelines and Earth realms, he vowed to protect them all. He set out to build an impenetrable magic barrier to shield them from outside incursions. To power this barrier, Raiden wants to connect each Earth realm's Jinsei, its life force, together. But commingling the immense cosmic power of all Jinseis will cause an explosion which will destroy reality. Entrenched in his position.
Remember that when Raiden had defeated Shinnok that day and stuff, that other timeline for Mortal Kombat X and stuff, when he got the amulet and stuff, when he was corrupted by it and stuff because was overwhelmed by darkness. That's how he became Dark Raiden and stuff. I get it now. I totally forgot that now because he was corrupted by Shinnok's amulet and stuff. That's how he became Dark Raiden.
Raiden refuses to heed the danger. He will connect the Jinseis and create the barrier, no matter what it takes, and no matter whom he must kill. Without hesitation or remorse, Raiden has slain all who dared stand in his way. Only one combatant remains to stop him. The Thunder God's attempt to fuse Jinseis had drawn the attention of Raidens from other timelines. Banding together, they broke his connection with them and purged from him the dark power which had driven him to madness. His senses returned. Raiden quickly realized his grave mistake. How he had nearly destroyed all timelines in a universal Armageddon. He set to work with his counterparts to heal the damage that had been wrought. Though I wish to trust this newly reformed Raiden, I fear I cannot.
That's correct.
His dark urges pose too great a threat.
Yep.
Thus, I have banished him to the void. The vast expanse of nothingness which exists between realms. He will not return until he convinces me that he is no danger to our safety.
Reptiles.
The Zaterrans who now infiltrate our reality are their timeline's apex predators.
Oh.
Cunning and tenacious, they
That's a
conquer
lot of
peoples and
Zaterrans.
nations, consuming them with slithering ease. As with other timelines,
It's like
they
the
have
reptile
these
season.
Zaterrans have begun their assault on our timeline quietly. Their shape-shifting spies infiltrate our ranks, killing and then replacing those entrusted with this timeline's protection. We must find and finish these imposters quickly before they irrevocably diminish our defenses.
So it can shapeshift in any
If we
form and
fail,
stuff.
the
Not
Zaterrans
the
will waste
not the
no
actual
time
form,
filling their
like
starving
turns
bellies
like a
with our
Zaterran into a
flesh.
human and stuff. I totally get it now. They sort of like
All that
reptiles like
remains
this
to
stuff.
end this invasion is to defeat the Zaterran Emperor Caesar.
Wow.
Do not be fooled by his beguiling human form. This Caesar is a cold-blooded killer.
Oh.
Few escape his claws or his bite.
Oh. Dang.
As a rule, I do not relish taking lives, but this case is an exception. Suffering Caesar and his Zaterrans caused, the death he dealt so indiscriminately. He had done nothing to earn my mercy, and everything to reap my wrath.
You
Though
have to
their
kill him.
emperor was dead, Caesar's hidden minions continued the fight. It took months to unmask them all and to end their malicious meddling. The realm secured, my attention turned to the timeline from which these Zaterrans hailed.
I totally
I
get
went
it
there,
now.
prepared for war. But when I arrived, I found that the Zaterrans had named a new leader, one who, like I, was genuinely committed to peace. We resolved our differences and reached agreement on reparations. I am hopeful that hostilities
That's a million?
have been permanently ceased.
Wow. That's pretty good.
The Shang Tsung who perplexes us
Yep.
is truly pernicious. Like all Shang Tsungs, he sought to master dark magic. But
Master
unlike
dark
all
magic?
the others, he has become its slave.
That
He
must
cast
be
a spell from an ancient tome,
Titan Shang
one
Tsung,
which
yeah.
promised the power to consume souls and use their energy to live forever.
Wait a minute.
But his arrogance
Wait a minute. So you told me that Shang Tsung is the Shang Tsung season like that? Sometimes he can like take souls from people and stuff. That kind of makes sense to me now and stuff because this story is about to get ready to get interesting and stuff. It's cutscenes and stuff. So I really started enjoying this cutscenes and stuff.
made him careless, and he cast the spell incorrectly. The error made his body dependent on soul energy. He must consume tens of thousands daily just to stay alive. Having exhausted his timeline souls, Shang Tsung now seeks to sate his insatiable hunger with ours. You must defeat him before he can devour them all.
Oh. So that's the Shang
Our
Tsung.
timeline has suffered enough at the
So
hands
that's the Shang Tsung who steals souls from people and stuff. That kind of makes the difference now because he's a soul eater and stuff. Okay.
of this Shang Tsung's addiction. End him before he ends us. When Shang Tsung arrived in his timeline to consume its souls, he expected little resistance. But my warriors were more than ready. They turned back his onslaught, and in doing so, saved billions of lives. Shang Tsung tried to retreat, but Geras prevented him from returning home. Trapped in our timeline, he led us on a chase across the realms. Eventually, we cornered him in the ruins of Xido's capital. Cut off from any source of souls and unable to feed, Shang Tsung began aging at an accelerated rate. It being beyond my power to save him, I could only watch as he was reduced to dust. I have often dreaded how my new era might fare, should I ever allow the Hourglass's cosmic power to drive me mad. The Liu Kang who now challenges us is the living embodiment of my grimmest nightmares. Obsessed with crafting a perfect reality, he has rewound and restarted his timeline countless times. His efforts have made him as crazed as Chronica. Upon discovering the existence of other timelines, Liu Kang resolved to perfect them too. Those he cannot, he will destroy. Save the timeline and save yourself by repelling his army of constructs.
Wow.
While it is regret.
So he's just like Chronica and stuff, but he restarts time and stuff like that and stuff, and make them this way. That is brutal like this for real.
That my counterpart is consumed by his obsessions. We cannot let our empathy become mercy. Until vested in combat, he is a danger to our timeline. Be unwavering in the pursuit of victory.
Wow.
Though Liu Kang and his constructs were defeated, the threat they posed remained. They were deadly, resilient adversaries who would not willingly disavow their ways. For the protection of the timelines, I needed to cure my counterpart's madness. The task ahead was enormous. It required that I call upon, once again, the allies who helped seal Titan Shang Tsung's defeat. We joined our magic together, casting a spell of unprecedented power. Still, it took much toil to break down Liu Kang's insanity. He and his constructs have now returned home. Though I am relieved we salvaged his mind, I mourn those lost before we could.
Wow. I'm impressed. Like, I really can't argue with that one. Like, with Liu Kang's speech and stuff. That is the most contrast I ever saw and stuff. Seriously, like, in all timelines where the invasions begins and stuff. Wow. That is events and stuff. Like what I just saw right there and stuff. Seriously. So anyway, I hope you like this reaction video. Please subscribe to my channel once again and have a good night, homies. And remember, peace out.